All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all having a
Welcome
a
back.
lovely a lovely day. We're gonna be doing a little continuation of the Andor season 2 watch party that we did last week. Today we're gonna be doing episodes 4 through 6.
Which are, they're Chris had some odd takes on the last one, but this next one is a lot darker, but it's like setting up a lot of stuff in how it works because it's just like, yes. Well, originally there was going to be a lot of it sets up a lot of bullshit that's going to happen towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I honestly can't wait. Apparently, since the last episode was really going in on the Gorman stuff, especially with Krennic having that little meeting, um, and the other I was gonna say Republic, but the other Empire officers like throwing out ideas on how to deal with the Gorman situation and the people on the planet, and I can already tell it's gonna end in something really bad happening to the people of Gorman. Like,
Oh no,
yeah,
100%. Because the Empire is using them for something, obviously.
I don't remember if they explained like directly why they wanted to mine the planet, like for
They
like
do. They want a very specific mineral that can only be found on Gorman, and it's something they need for the Death Star. It's
yeah, I had a feeling it had to be something to do with the Death Star, because Director Krennic was there and he was overseeing the whole Death Star project, according to Rogue One, from what I remember. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I can't wait. I've been excited to continue Andor season 2.
yeah. It's so good.
Right. Go ahead and turn that music off. Let me go ahead and disable the audio from that.
Yeah, we're due to copyright, we can't actively show you Andor
Yeah. So,
because
which is yeah.
Disney's just like, ooh, you look vaguely Andor shaped. We're gonna attack you violently.
Yeah. So, that's why we're doing this watch party, just so our at least my reaction is out there.
Yeah,
And
I mean, mine will be
yeah.
there. They're just I wish I'd done better reactions, but it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. It does help getting some like clarification on some of the background stuff, because I haven't really caught up been not caught up. I haven't been up to date with like the stuff in Andor season 1. So me asking you
Yeah.
questions and you being more knowledgeable about it is really helpful. Like, who's this character? I think I remember this character from the first season. What's their like whole deal? Stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let me get that script going. All right. All right. In 3, 2, 1, play. Play. Wait, was this in season 1?
No, this is in the first 3 episodes.
No,
Although
I mean
some of
that
it,
that
that
guy, like,
guy,
yeah, that
he
guy.
was the torturer in season 1. He tortured her.
Oh, okay. Calcite. And I am keeping the recaps in, because it has been a week, and it is nice to get like a little refresher.
I mean, you only really need the first recap. The second one feels a bit unnecessary because it's like,
Hey, it's Lindy.
yeah,
So the funny thing about that is, I just finished watching the Bad Batch, the last season, and
yeah.
I told AC and Lindy about it, in a little group chat we had, and Lindy was like,
Yeah,
she can't wait to cosplay Omega, and I was like, do it so I can stop referring to Lindy as that lady, this character, because Lindy did
yeah,
did a cosplay of this
yeah.
of
She did
her.
a great cosplay of Deidre.
Yeah. So I'm also assuming that this scene that with the Empire officer trying to force himself on her, that has like some greater ramifications for her character going forward in the rest of the episodes, or is it just like a one-off thing that's just there for shock value?
No, it has ramifications and effects on the character.
Okay.
Well, like the rest of her, as far as I can tell, the rest of her appearances, from what I remember.
Okay. Yeah, because it'd be really, I would say, wasteful just to have such a really crazy scene like that and not have like lasting ramifications character wise. Star Wars. I also wonder if watching Rogue One right after this will make the experience a little bit more different, because I'm sure that they made Rogue One with not really paying attention or not really having this stuff in mind because it wasn't written yet, right?
No, so anything within Andor is like made to give more context to Andor's character because he was like a lot of the characters in Rogue One didn't get like a lot of they didn't get a lot of backstory and stuff given to them.
Baby
So
3.
BBY 3 years before the Battle of Yavin. So
Okay.
3 years before A New Hope.
Was that the name of the episode, or is that just like a to place it on the timeline?
The place on the timeline.
Okay. So the guy that died in the last episode, was that just a friend of hers, or were they together? I can't remember.
No, they were friends,
Okay, they were friends.
but he
Okay.
was he was like one of Andor's good friends or Cassian's good friends on his home planet Ferrix.
That was when he was
Like
like
they were
a
on the run together.
oh no, yeah, Ferrix. When you say like
Yeah.
home planet, I'm like referring to uh when he was like a tribal kid.
Well, his home planet's the place he called home for like most of his life.
Yeah, this is definitely a hallucination.
Mm-hmm. Rude.
It's not like it matters. You'll probably forget him tomorrow.
To be fair,
Yeah.
come on, come on, chill, chill. It's okay. Like I do love how soft Cassian is. Where he's
Yeah.
like, calm down. You're gonna be okay.
Oh, damn, it's happened more than once.
Yeah, it's a recurring nightmare. It's like PTSD from the torture, you know.
Yeah. So does this take place right after they The last episode, or
It's a
is it
year
like a?
after. It's a year later.
Okay, it's a year later. All right.
Yeah. Mm. Oh, she's struggling so much.
Yeah. It makes me wonder what kind of torture it was.
It was like a. I actually kind of remember it because it was like a form of auditory where she was like forced to listen to a very specific type of screams,
Hmm.
but like on it basically infinite repeats.
Oh, Gorman.
Yeah, they're not on Gorman though. Just context, they were on Coruscant.
Yeah, yeah. This is the scene change. You know, I have a feeling this guy has OCD.
You think Cyril had OCD?
I think so.
You know what? I think you're right.
Cause he was like super obsessive about and about Cassian in the first season, right?
Yeah, although I don't think that's OCD. That's more like uh obsession with the guy who ruined his career.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's pulling a light. Not a light, Kira.
He's doing like a James Bond thing, checking if people search his house.
Yeah, I think Yagami did that in Death Note. He did like he put something in like his door so if it fell, something would fall to the ground if the door was opened, and he'd notice if someone was in his room.
Yeah, I remember that.
Huh. I wonder if the mom is doing this shit on purpose or is she just old? Gorlectopods. Ooh. Oh, he left Deidre? Oh.
Well, you'll see. Just Imperial. Hmm.
There it goes again with the dehumanization.
Yep. Seem familiar to you?
Yeah. Are these rebels or Gormans?
Why can't they be both? Gorman's just a planet they're from.
I mean, are they like part of the rebellion? Is what I mean.
Well, you'll see.
Hmm. You make it sound
Wow,
so
he's.
lame.
I have spiders to count.
Oh, look, a dog.
Hmm. The mother is terrifying. That's
Yeah,
so funny.
it sounds French.
I'm pretty sure it is French or Portuguese, but they are based like the vibe of these guys is based off the French resistance during World War II.
Hmm. I thought the Twi'leks were like the stand-in for like the French.
Yeah, they kind of are, but these guys are the French. They're like a specific part of France's history.
Ah,
The
okay,
Twi'leks are
okay.
kind of more like general French, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So at this point, he's still in the rebellion, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they both are. He hasn't
Okay.
left the rebellion. The only time he leaves the rebellion is when he dies on Scarif. I love the weird flirting of a shopkeeper.
Yeah.
It's kind of a typical cliche thing, but it's kind of hilarious.
It's like you it's like you asking me if I want to have some of your ghost peppers.
Well, mine are Carolina Reapers, but yeah.
Man, that was a fat bird in the corner. It
Yep.
reminded me of Jabba the Hutt's bird.
Yeah, I mean, you mean the Kowakian monkey lizard?
Are we talking about the same thing?
Maybe. Oh, nice. 3
Hmm.
spiders.
Ooh. It'd be really cool if this guy becomes so much of an individual he just joins the rebellion.
You reckon Cyril joined the rebellion?
I mean, his mom was saying not to be too much of an individual, and he's clearly not fond of the Empire if he's not working over there anymore.
Uh, we'll see.
Plus, he left Deidre, who's like super imperial.
That's true.
Oh, she's talking about the guy that died in the hallucination she had, right?
Yeah, yeah. Of course she is.
Was that the same guy that left, that was there on the ship when they left at the end of the third episode?
I
Or was it
It
someone
might
else?
have been. I think it was. I think it was someone else.
God, I love it when Star Wars gets dark and gritty like this, man. It's so interesting.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
re-
I like the fact that Star Wars can do both.
yeah, I really hope
I
that
think,
they continue to make shows like this.
yeah. I mean, after season 2, Andor is done. There will be no more Andor because
Yeah, because of
you
Rogue
know
One and all that.
it's just Rogue One. There's no more Andor. Andor is dead. And also, fun fact: Rogue Squadron, which you probably remember from like Episode 5,
Yeah,
they're named after Rogue One.
yeah.
Like Luke named them that after he heard the story.
Of course, someone's been in this place.
Yeah.
Oh, great! And it's in a language we can't understand.
It's in Orbish. Technically in English, just in the language of Star Wars, part of the world.
How long have they known each other? Since they were kids, or
Since they were like teenagers.
oh, okay? Because I remember Cassian didn't grow up on would you say Ferrex, right?
Yeah, well, he did because when he went to Ferrix, he was still like, I think he was like 10.
Yeah, because he was born on like some other planet where he was like a tribal
Yeah,
kid.
it's fascinating seeing Coruscant raining. It usually has like climate control.
Hmm.
I also love the sound of this traffic in the background.
Yeah. Don't put that on her. It's not her fault.
Yeah, but remember that. Mm, mm, mm. She has a point.
Yeah. All this stuff you're giving up, what's the point? And if what's the
If
point
you
in giving
lose,
it all up if you lose? You
yeah,
just wasted everything. Now you don't have anything. You're all alone.
she's all alone. You're probably dead if you lose. To be fair.
Yeah. And the worst alternative is staying alive instead of dying.
Yeah, yeah. Do.
Tatooine
Come on.
speeders.
You know, they were just pod. They sound like pod races. Rude. I love it. I love how weirdly small these things are. Taking 5 minutes. Hmm. He's like, you could get them for me. They're like, we don't want to do that. You can go in.
Yeah, we got we got pod racing to look at.
We got swoop bike racing to watch. We got pods to bet on and fucking other bullshit. Look who it is.
Yeah, it's Lindy.
What do you mean it's Lindy? Well, I mean, it is Lindy, but that's not Lindy. Yeah, speaking of devil, Lindy has joined.
Oh, he's undercover. Okay.
Yeah, he's clever. They're spies. Always expect spy bullshit.
Okay, that throws my whole theory out the window.
Yep. Well, not necessarily, but it does throw it out the window for now. Huh.
Buffet.
Hmm. Somewhere there. They can't pull this intel properly, man. Ooh, he's grumpy.
Yeah. He wants results and they're not really giving him any.
It can't. There we go. No. Sorry, I have to tell Chewie not to stop barking. Hmm. Well, someone said it. Ooh. The Imperials are so fascinating.
Yeah.
Hmm. They're being very discreet in their conversations here. I mean, yeah, what you've There's a point. You got you there, Deidre. Wow, there's some intimidation going on, don't you think, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Wow.
Ooh, romance?
Nah. He's got a wife and child, Chris. Don't
Oh,
think that.
I didn't know.
And he's a rebel,
Wait, which one's a rebel?
Lonnie. Oh.
Was that the guy with the mustache or the clean shaven one?
Mustache.
Okay.
Ooh, Mon.
Have they used the same actress for Mon Mothma ever since the prequels?
Ever since Revenge of the Sith, it's been the same actress.
Oh, that's cool. That's devotion.
She's also excellent casting.
And I'm guessing she wasn't in the originals, right?
No, the original Mon Mothma was, I think she was 52 when she played the role. She's very
Mm.
old now. Well, no, she was like 32. But they look very similar. Huh. Look, she's politicking.
Yeah.
But guess what? She's a politician that doesn't exist in America. You know, one with balls. Wow, I'm shitting on the states again. I'm sorry, Chris.
I'm
I'm sure
used
you
to
love your country.
I'm used to it.
She's in trouble.
So she's trying to drum up support right now, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
she's trying to stop a bill that exploits Gorman.
Look, coming out from the darkness.
Don't you love it? Yeah, that's fair. Hmm. Well, you're not going to get it. See?
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry about the sneezing into the mic.
God, I really love Luthen. He's so cool.
Lutheran Rail is pretty
Yeah.
awesome. He's so well acted too.
Hmm. It looks so out of place doing it.
Bro, he's like, I don't know what's going on. Help! Help! I'm confused. It's like, look at me. I'm lost child.
So I'm guessing all the stuff with the increased taxes and stuff on Gorman, this is all intentional, right?
Yeah, they're trying to ferment. They're trying to like squeeze them into rebellion.
Mm. They're
This is where
used.
things are starting to go downhill, man.
Yeah. This is exactly what the Empire wants. They want them to
Oh yeah,
rebel to give them to an excuse to invade Gorman.
annex more, but yes.
Tarkin massacre.
They'll explain it now.
I'm guessing Grand Moff Tarkin had something to do with it.
Yes, entirely his fault. He's not wrong. Plus, why would an Imperial spy fucking tell you that they're an Imperial spy?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, he did fucking blow up Alderaan.
Oh no, 100%. Vanuit bedoelingen.
It wouldn't surprise me if Cyril actually knew the Gorman language and he was just acting.
He's not that. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised, but I'm also like, I don't think he can. Based more on the fact that he's. I don't think he's that good.
I mean, from what his character is so far, it's like really attention to detail oriented. Like he gives
That.
himself to everything he puts himself into, and
Oh
it.
no, 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 I
it
agree with that, but I don't. I just don't think he's like linguistically talented enough. So like he's like one of those people who like tries really hard but isn't quite skilled enough to actually do the thing that they want to do. Like
hmm,
me, I think I'm a great YouTuber, no, but I have no charisma. Just kind of an annoying whiny voice.
that's kind of true. Minus the charisma part.
Ah, I got the charisma of a dead snail. Mm, this needs.
So what happened to the
Huh.
starfighter that they brought back? The Imperial one?
Yeah, I think they just stole it and like made it so that they couldn't get TIE fighters like that.
Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna like reverse engineer it or something.
No, it was more about sabotaging the enemy, making developing new ships more difficult.
Dakar. Oh, that looks like the guy that was with them at the end of episode 3 on the TIE fighter.
Yeah, yeah. So joined
Oh, it's Saw
Thor's
Gerrera.
boys.
Oh.
Interesting.
Isn't he part of the rebellion, Saw Gerrera?
Yeah, but they're all like still broken into factions.
Okay. What is Rhydonium?
It's like a type of fuel. So they use it to fuel starships.
Hmm.
Wow, he's scaring the shit out of this kid.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, he's such a prick.
Is that why Saw Gerrera looks the way he does in Rogue One? He's just like huffing a container, or he has like
Yeah,
a
kind.
he has a thing hooked up to him.
Something like that.
Hmm. This is gonna go bad for him.
Hmm. Oh, they're bonding nicely, aren't they?
Oh, it's there's is this gonna be like a big scene?
And it's just going to be a small scene. It's going to let the
Okay.
characters breathe, then bond the way they should.
Oh, this romance, not in my Star Wars.
Ah, romance is amazing. I love that shit in Star Wars. I love when Star Wars is everything. It doesn't have to be limited down to feel and look only one way.
Yeah, not just in one category the entirety of its life.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it when it's big, it grows, it changes, it feels alive. Because there's all those mythical stuff that we remember as kids, all the fun, still more silly stuff. Then there's the darker, more serious stuff, the things that breed rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny when people are like, "Ah, but Cassian means so." Is Luke stole all the thunder from Cassian and his crew, and it's like, no. As Doctor Who once said, "Great men are forged in fire. The honor of lesser men to light the flame." Andor may not be the greatest hero of all time. He may not burn as brightly as Luke Skywalker. God damn, is he just as important?
Yeah.
He may not be the giant legend, but he's still held his own importance to the galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
it's magnificent.
oh, what is
Uh,
that?
Death sticks,
Death sticks?
kind of. If I remember correctly, it's more like painkillers,
Oh,
but like a bit of reaction. That's fucking drugs.
yeah.
Damn, some fucking drugs.
That was the end of episode 4.
Aye.
That was a really good episode. Really, really good. I really liked it.
Yeah, me too. It's
A lot
fantastic.
a lot of building up. It is like the first episode in this next like arc that's happening on Gorman, so it is just building up a bunch of stuff with Cyril and like the stuff on Gorman, uh, stuff with Guerrera and Will. Although
So this the
I don't
stuff with
know.
Saw and Willman.
Yeah, I don't know where that's headed, but it's not gonna end up. It's not gonna end good.
I mean,
I can tell at that at least.
yeah, I mean, we'll see. Let's go on to episode 5.
Okay, next episode.
See where, see where this all takes us to.
All right, let me just get this set up. All right. What were your thoughts on the episode before we start the next one?
Oh, in episode 4, I thought it was really good setup for like a full arc of things that are to come.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it sets up the like tone of things really nicely, and it just makes it feel like it just makes it starts building the tension and the stakes, sets the stage, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. What one thing I wanted to add when you were talking about how good it is that Star Wars has these kind of shows is I think Star Wars works best when it has a diverse group of different genres of shows. So like we have like the
Yeah,
Jedi stuff, and then we have like the stuff with like the Clone Wars, and then we have more Jedi stuff with Acolyte and like Obi-Wan, and then we have like the more down to earth stuff, not like Jedi shit with Andor. I think
we
if
got
I th-
yeah.
I really think if Star Wars does more shows like this, um it doesn't focus on so much of like, oh, this is like Jedi, Luke Skywalker,
The
stuff
thing
like that.
is,
If it
the thing
goes
is,
if it does like some like more down to earth like everyday like rebel separatist stuff like this instead of being like so grand scale in its approach to like the movies, then I think it's nice to have like a wide variety of shows to watch.
I mean that's true, but I also feel like you can do Jedi with this grounded tone to it,
Hmm.
and it will also work. In fact, I think Jedi characters need a story like this
Yeah,
to build them up a bit better than they have been.
I
But that
would,
will
yeah. Good.
because it would be interesting to see like a very character. But I mean, Acolyte tried to
Hmm.
be like this, but it didn't. It didn't succeed because I feel like it had a few issues of like undercooked ideas and a few things where they tried to match the ideas, the kind of tone of Andor and the quality of Andor, but then they didn't quite nail the characters where they didn't stick and commit to like a character or a very specific set of characters to develop very strongly and give us very strong feelings towards where from what I remember they bounced around a bit too much with the story, so it kind of killed any connection you have to these characters. And then they also did stuff like implied that say Osha and May are basically the same person, that the witches used like the force to split into two separate beings, right?
Hmm.
And then you're like sitting there like, okay, that's a cool idea, and then they do nothing with it. They're like, oh no, they're actually just two separate beings who don't care and they have different ideas, and you're like, oh my god, you guys are dumbasses. You didn't do anything cool with it, like have maybe have them have memories that like cross over, or like they have weird little ticks that like switch between the two, so you start getting confused as to who's who because they're technically two halves of like the same person. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that would have been an interesting idea. And what did they do with it? Fuck all. They were just like, that's too much hard work to bother with. We're gonna just go with two separate people. And and May's Osha's like fall to the dark side was felt so fucking abrupt. Like her full commitment to going with Quimere was so fucking abrupt to me. I feel like that needs to be a longer show as well. Like Andor's
Yeah.
12 episodes.
I really do wish that we did get an Acolyte season 2 so they could improve on like the characters and stuff, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon because of the reception that it did get, unfortunately. Um but I do hold true to my original point that Star Wars does best when it has like these wide varieties of different kinds of shows. Like this is like a spy thriller. Then we have like more Jedi focused uh shows. It'd be really cool if there was like a more like maybe like a horror focused show, maybe with something like that
Um,
with like the Sith. That'd be kind of cool.
I
Um
mean, Acolyte was supposed to be that. I remember when they were like talking about it in the early days, they kind of pitched it as that, but that's not what we got.
yeah.
And
Skeleton Crew was really good.
Skeleton Crew was really fun because it was basically just like Goonies in space, and it had like that charm to it of something like aimed for kids, and I
Yeah.
liked that a lot. And I thought that it made it better.
Plus,
So
I really
yeah,
do love it when the Star Wars uh gets really like political when it comes to like the stuff that happens in the show. So like you're
yeah.
looking at Cassian and he's like, I killed that guy because he saw your face or because I had to. He would have we would have like been killed. I'm trying to protect you, stuff like that, because you know
Yeah.
they are doing like really bad things in order to stop the Empire. They are basically like doing terrorist stuff, and it really is interesting to look on it on its head. Like, oh man, how far are these guys willing to go to like stop the Empire?
I mean, how far do you have to go to stop the Empire?
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure Saul Guerrero's like, we got to do whatever it takes to stop them. And I feel like and Cassian does have like a limit, but how far is he willing to go? Is he willing to like blow up a building that has like a bunch of imperial officers that are like planning something that's going to end with a lot of innocent people getting killed? And what happens if some innocent people get killed in like the bombing? Is that like something he's willing to do? And then if he does do it, what's the ramifications of that? Do we
Yeah, yeah.
look at him as like a morally good character, or is he just doing what he has to do because we know how bad the Empire is?
I mean, depends. How do you look at it? Because I always see it as he's just doing what he has to do because of how bad the Empire is, and doing less means that you're just capitulating and allowing them to win, which is kind of not to spoil too much, but that's kind of the plot, the character arc of Mon Mothma that she has to learn
Yeah.
throughout this. Is she has to kind of go from idealistic of I can change things in the Senate and from the inside to she has to openly rebel.
So
There's no other choice.
when it comes to me, um, I look at it this way. Uh, I look at it from uh we touched on it a little bit when we were watching the first two episodes of Deep Space Nine, but the Bajorans and the Cardassians. I was telling you the
Yep.
Bajorans were basically uh, being holocausted by the Cardassians, and I was telling you that Kira was a freedom fighter for the Bajorans. He was like part of the Bajoran militia. They did like terrorist attacks against the Cardassians in order to try to get them to leave, and she did some really really horrible things that if we were looking at it not knowing what the Cardassians were doing to the Bajorans, we would probably look at her as morally bad for doing those things. But since we do get to know her and we do know what the Cardassians are doing, we're like, oh, she's doing it because she has to. She has to help liberate her people from the Cardassians who are like basically genociding them. And
Yeah,
it's the same thing with the Empire. They're fascist military that's basically abusing and using their citizens for their own gains. And I would look at Cassian as like what you said, doing what he has to do because the other alternative is letting the Empire grow even stronger and harm even more people.
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I think about it. Let's go ahead and get started on the next episode.
Let's do it.
Episode 5. Do you think if someone killed Krennic, do you think the Death Star plans would they just stop making the Death Star, or they would they find someone
No,
else to do it?
I just find someone else to do it.
Mm. So I know that there was a Star Wars animated show called Rebels. Did it ever get
Yes.
into like the nitty gritty on like the kind of stuff we were talking about before we started this episode?
A bit less than it doesn't do it like as in depth as Andor because it was for Disney Plus, so it was kind of like not Disney Plus, Disney XD. So it was still like more kid angled.
Mm,
It does touch on it, and it does have it is a bit more about military, and there is kind of this terroristy feel to the main characters if you're looking in from the outside.
yeah. It's funny because I ran into this question, how far are you guys willing to go? When I was playing when I was playing Halo 3, and then the flood happened to land on Earth, and I was like, oh man, they just gotta like nuke that whole like area that the flood are there.
It
It
would be
does,
like the
yeah,
whole galaxy.
yeah. There, it doesn't matter that there's like innocent people because the flood is like so much of a threat. Even if like one spore gets out, like the entire planet is just like fucked.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
But it's interesting with the way they handle that.
Oh, oh, that's a new on the opening.
Yeah, I mean, all the openings are pretty new.
Hmm. Every time I look at that panel, I'm just reminded of the old operators that they'd like pull the thing out of the thing in order to transfer a call to someone else.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see that.
It's those old switchboards. Oh, you know what they say? Curiosity killed the Ewok.
Yeah, they're all speaking in code.
Oh,
This is he's got he gets a good disguise for this one. I love this. I love this look. Hmm.
oh, oh boy.
That's never good. Oh, that's great. Ugh. Hmm.
Ooh. So just for clarification, did Cyril put those listening devices in, or
No.
okay? But if they find them, it's just gonna fuck up his plans, right?
Yeah. Well, not exactly. It just makes him seem more viable to everyone else.
They're still talking about it.
Something else.
Isn't that the dude that was in the first three episodes that was like got really drunk?
He was the dude who. No, he was the dude who's. He's the dad of Mon's daughter's husband.
Oh, okay.
Fucking pointless sentence. But yes.
I wonder whatever happened to the banking guy that got driven home by the rebel person. I wonder if did he just like get killed?
Oh, 100%. He definitely got killed. Hmm. That's kind of fucking weird. He's like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. We're bugging ourselves for some reason.
Morlana won.
Lana wants the planet from season 1 that Cyril was on.
Oh, right, right, yeah.
Yep.
Was that before or after that he went digging and found like some shipments were going to the rebels?
Uh, that was before. That's so annoying. Oof.
Ah.
Of course. Yeah, the rude bastards.
I doubt that.
I do too.
I mean, he planned all this for like years and years.
I don't think he knows. I think he plays his own people off against each other.
If if he finds out what's on the transports, it might give a better insight to what's inside the building.
Yeah, hopefully. Ah, back with Bix. Yeah,
Uh,
she's just worried that he was going to tell her that Cassian's dead,
I
which
know.
is valid.
But his like, oh no, no, it's not that.
Nope.
Mm.
Huh. Tarzan sucks. Ass. Huh. David, that is such a line. Totally uses it for sleep. He swears. Yes. Um.
Otherwise, your reliability.
Yeah. Problem for Cass as well. Yes.
So what's the point of this device?
It converts fuel types to
Ah,
make
okay.
it work for different ships. That's valid.
Don't look around like that. This makes you look suspicious. So, are these like these have like candies in them or something, or are they just like just to
No, they're
put
like
up?
decorative things.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's never good.
Why would they need military security required if it wasn't something dangerous?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh my god, and Ciro's gonna recognize Cassian. Oh man.
I mean, maybe. I think Cass is good enough at disguises.
Yeah, but the face is the same. And it and Cyril has his face like burned into his mind.
That's true. Yeah, good question. I mean, everyone has opinions. Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh man.
That is brutal.
Prime prime rebel candidate right there.
I mean, he's already a rebel in his heart, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. It is it is really cool that we don't really get like a scene of the massacre. We just hear people's
Well,
retelling of it.
well, the first one. There is so the massacre they reference is in the Tarkin novel.
Hmm. Okay.
So that's something that did happen in canon and has already been established.
Edie's his mom, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
Damn, that's holy shit. That's pitch black.
Bruh. As one does. Hmm. Eh, I love Cassian.
Mm-hmm.
I love Cassian being brutal.
The way he can just switch up that quickly.
He's a good spy.
Yeah.
Doing spy shit. But I also think the fact that he managed to switch caught her off guard.
Yeah.
Because she looks so startled by that. I love Cassian. He's so good at this shit.
Would you say he's like the James Bond? Or would there be like another one like him that's better?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's kind of close. Bond's probably a good way to describe him.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
So tiring.
They look hilarious.
Yeah.
I do love how that's very much what TV looks like.
I didn't even know if they had like TV programs like
Yeah, they do.
stuff like that.
They've had it in Legends and canon for years. In fact, there's reference to like Han and Leia in Legends having a favorite um anchor when they're older, when they're like in their 70s, which is so bizarre thinking that.
I wonder what those glasses are for.
It really is.
He wasn't even looking.
Hmm? Oh, yes, you do.
Ooh. To steal from it?
Pretty
Oh.
much. Hmm.
And they're referring to Cyril.
I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, of course he has. Cassian?
They probably put something in his coat. I wouldn't trust him.
Nah, they're all on the same side, and they're not as good as Cassian or Luthien. Luthen. Hmm. He's
Hmm.
very eager, isn't he? Hmm.
I feel like that's like the first time he's gotten praised for something. Aren't those one of the things that the Sand People have? The Tuscan Raiders have as like pets?
Uh, yes, but also no. It's like the same species.
Yeah. I remember seeing them in Book of Boba Fett. Oh, great. I don't think if I was in part of the rebels, I don't think I would be able to work under Saul Guerrero. He just doesn't really seem that
No,
trustworthy.
he's. It's not that he's not trustworthy. It's that he's just more violent than the rest.
Hmm. You know what I'm just realizing? Does Saul Guerrero
Hmm?
not have any droids at all?
Nope.
Is
Fucking
he?
hates droids.
Of course.
He's a survivor of the Clone Wars, mate. He was a rebel trained by clones in the Clone Wars to fight droids.
I was gonna say it'd be easier if they had like a droid to learn how to do the feel stuff.
Yeah.
How would it lead them back to them though? It's
You'll see. There's a way. If they just need to remove the bug, basically.
but is it like the bug has like, hey, Luthen put this here?
No, it's more they can track back where it transmits to.
Ah, okay. Oh
You didn't see that shit coming, did you?
no, I didn't. Oh. Wait, so they never need him in the first place, or do they still need him?
They
Was
still
it
need him.
okay? I was gonna say, was it just like a ploy to get rid of the mole?
Something like that. It wasn't even that. It's Saw's just very unpredictable.
Hmm. I like that a lot of them are using X-wings. That's pretty cool.
I mean, that's the signature ship, of the rebels.
Yeah.
Why did that guy sound South African as fuck? That was so weird. Yes. There are things that are missing from the information he needs. Oh no, he's a very good revolutionary.
He wouldn't be if he acted out with very little information on like a dime.
Mm. That's just because you're not getting what you want. You're not getting a rush into combat and stealing things that could put you in danger unnecessarily.
Yeah. They're not taking the necessary precautions, so it's all gonna blow
Yeah.
back on them immediately. I like the Wampa looking dude.
Yeah. Cool, ain't he?
Yeah. Is he talking about what happens in the Clone Wars?
Yep, that's brutal, man. That's not a disturbing thing to say.
Whew.
Boom, boom.
Oh, he's hooked on Rhino.
Yeah. Hmm. I love that shit.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but this scene is just so powerful. Oh, I love Saul Guerrero. He's so fucked up,
Yeah.
but I love him so much. That's a dope ass episode. I love how much it builds and builds and builds.
Yeah. I just don't. I like him. He's cool, but man, he's just like too. He's like so. He's like too intense. If that makes sense. He's just too
No, he's
crazy.
about. I will say this: he's about as intense as you need for the insane thing that they're trying to do, which is rebellion against a galactic-sized empire. Like, say he's the exact right amount of insane, as he says. He is exactly what they need. He's mad, and he's
He's
not
un.
going to give up.
He's unhinged. Like I can
Yeah,
understand him killing the guy because he was a traitor, but
he's not as unhinged as you'd think, though.
mm, just so far all the stuff I've seen so is just him. I'm pretty sure he was more sane back when he was younger during like the Bad Batch, like in the Clone Wars and shit, but as as I'm guessing he's just like cuffs Rito a bunch, it's probably fucked up his mind or something.
Yeah, but also Saul was always a bit um he was always a bit more violent than necessary, a bit more ready to fight than other people.
Do
And
you
that was
think
just what made him sore.
do you think that's because of what happened when he was younger
Yeah,
with during
100%.
the
And
droids?
also, part of the reason he turned to Raido so much is because he watched his sister die, and from what I remember, he blamed himself for that death.
Hmm.
So he's also like trying to drown out his guilt.
Yeah, all the pain and shit. Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
All right. Really good episode.
Ah,
Really good episode.
yeah.
I still stand by what I said that I would not if I was in the rebellion, I would not want to work under Saw Gerrera.
What if Saul was the first one to find you, though? You'd be stuck with him.
Yeah, I'd hate it, but I much prefer like Leia or someone like that.
You'd rather work for Mon or Bale. I get
Yeah,
you.
because at least I know where they stand, and so far I still don't know where Saw Gerrera stands. I mean, he's against the Empire, which is good, but he's just too unpredictable and too unhinged for me.
Hmm, that's valid.
I feel like he'd like if he was leading a squad into like a suicide mission, he just like force everyone to go into it instead of like retreating, a tactical retreat and saving the people he could. He'd rather like die or lead his squad into their death instead of trying to save as many people as possible.
To be fair, he'd also try and do it specifically to spite his enemies.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
He's
We
a complicated character.
we are on episode 6. What a festive evening.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
All right. Let's go ahead and hold on. 3, 2, 1, play. And like I said before, we do not skip the recaps when it comes to these.
Fair enough.
Previously on Andor. So has the Gorman stuff ever been mentioned before in any other like Star Wars media?
Yeah, it's been mentioned in Rebels. It's been mentioned in the Tarkin. Doesn't get mentioned. It does actually get mentioned in the Tarkin novel. It gets mentioned in the Thrawn books as well because he starts tracking shipments for the Death Star and he figures out the Death Star.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So
Because I remember seeing a clip from Rebels where Mon Mothma was making a speech denouncing what happened on Gorman,
yeah,
and I was like,
that
oh.
you see the whole speech in this series.
Yeah, this old guy's gonna lead the his revolution to an early death if he keeps on thinking like that. I mean, the reason why the rebellions last so long is because they take precautionary measures, right? They don't do things at the drop of a hat. They plan it out to make sure everything tries to go as according to plan as possible.
Yeah, true.
Dun 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 dun. Rima trade routes. Well, that's a cool looking ship. Is that the same ship that he has in Rogue One?
In the not yet. I don't think that's the Y wing yet.
Okay, this is just Luthen's ship then. Oh, I wonder, is that a ship in Galaxy of Heroes?
Not yet.
Man, hyperspace never gets bad to look at. It's always so pretty.
No, it's always so cool. Hmm. Armin and play. Oosh. Oh,
Oh, that's a nice looking alien.
yeah. I do love Star Wars because they just have so many different types of aliens that are just there,
Mm-hmm.
and like the galaxy keeps getting bigger with more and more aliens, and it's awesome.
Spy speak.
Do, 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 do.
I have a feeling she's gonna be dead.
It's not that bleak.
I don't know. It's Andor.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's not that like quickly bleak, if that makes sense. It's a bit more hopeful than that.
Yeah.
It's bleak, but it's still hopeful enough.
Is it just me, or does every time we come back here, Coruscant always just looks so sad and bleak through the windows?
Yep. Bruh. Bruh. 80.
Ugh.
That's hilarious.
Ship designs are so nice in Star Wars. So pretty and sleek.
Oh no, 100%. I love the pretty sleek shit, not gonna lie.
Ugh. Very irresponsible.
Very, very.
Cassian's, I would say, way too protective of Bix right now.
Oh damn.
And Dr. Gorse is Luthen, right?
No, Dr. Gorst is the guy who tortured Bix.
Oh, okay. Wait, why are they investigating him?
No, they're protecting him.
Oh, okay, okay.
He just got given an entire division.
Oh, okay. To interrogate more people.
Yeah, basically.
And I have a feeling that that guy's gonna tell Luthen, and Luthen's gonna get Bix to take the guy out. Who knows what's gonna happen to Bix? I have a feeling she's gonna die at the end of the season. Oh yeah, they're together, right? She,
Ye-
the redhead lady, was at the ball in the second or third episode, I think so.
Yep, she's a. They're a couple. Also, she's in Doctor Who now.
Yeah, I've seen her
She's the
before.
current companion. It's very weird. Very weird seeing her in Andor and then seeing her in Doctor Who and being like, "What the fuck?" Second actress or second actor I've seen who's all in both Doctor Who and Star Wars. Hmm,
Watch, Cassian's gonna be the next Doctor.
that would be very funny.
Are they not allowed to be like a couple?
No, they're too busy
Oh, okay.
being spies.
Oh.
Hmm.
So Cyril doesn't know the whole thing, the whole plan.
Well, he doesn't know about the Death Star.
Well, obviously, I don't think a lot of the people here know about the Death Star, like like
Hmm.
Deidre or the old guy.
Deidre knows, and
Uh,
so very few people know.
Oh, okay, she's here to take over for Cassian because he didn't follow through.
Well, not exactly. She's more like to command them.
Good soldiers
Wow.
follow orders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really surprised that not one of Luthen's people thought that this might be a trap.
Thing is, maybe it's just not trapped in the traditional sense. Drugs,
Yep,
drugs,
drugs.
drugs, drugs. Fix.
I don't think she's in a good state to do any mission right now.
No, I agree. Interesting. Oof.
Aww. I'm pretty sure they needed this after all that time.
Yeah. Oh, who the fuck is he? I do hate that they didn't have the. Where's Masim Amada? I
The
wish they
blue,
had actually
the
had Palpatine here.
the blue guy with the horns.
Yeah, that's Masim Amada. I wish they'd had him.
He almost looked like the prophets in Halo a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Something fucked up is. And shit is about to happen.
What are they gonna fail in
No,
getting
it's
the
just gonna
bug?
be. Well, you'll see. Ooh. The first piece of recasting they had to do.
Oh, did the original actor pass away?
No, he was just busy.
Oh,
He had scheduling conflicts, so they couldn't get him.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but it happens, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like that droid. Too many flashing
Nah,
lights.
it's just a paparazzi droid. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh boy, are one of these are one of the ladies gonna die? Cali
Bruh.
coolers. Ooh.
That it's just a way of getting drunk, as are most things.
Hmm. I wonder if she feels like more on edge now that Luthen's there.
She usually does. Hmm,
Hmm.
interesting. I love the way they do that. They're like, "Ooh, what fun!"
Yeah. Ooh.
Hmm, hmm.
Oh God.
Rennick.
Krennic.
Ooh, I love Krennic. He's such a good character.
I know, but I wonder if that makes Luthen nervous.
Ooh, this is so tense. It's so cool though.
Oh, and it's all happening at the same time too. Ooh.
Yeah, I love this shit. It's so well paced.
Okay, well at least it knocked out the driver.
Mm.
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 Ooh.
That's super weird. Oh, what are you gonna be tested on? Hmm. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, that's a smooth heist.
Yeah.
Smooth for the capitals. Smooth. I've watched too much Red Dwarf. That's a stupid joke. Smooth as a wind. Dun, 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 dun.
Mm.
I love as she stops like bugger.
Yeah. Of course it is.
That's never good.
Come on.
That man is terrified of her. She
Yeah.
is so fucking scary, dude. Dun, 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 dun. And such a good character.
Ooh.
Yes. Mm.
It's all a matter of opinion.
Throw a matter of where you're standing. Dum, 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 dum. Feeling a bit nervous? Oh. Dun, 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 dun.
Hmm.
Ooh, that looks painful.
Yeah.
I mean, if she doesn't do it, she dies. But like,
Don't. Oh my god. Of course he brought a fucking gun.
yeah, he doesn't. He didn't listen when they said, "Don't bring a blaster."
Who got shot?
You'll see. Not someone who should have been shot.
Oh my god, I was right.
Yeah, but not who.
Oh.
But yeah. Oof.
Mm.
I don't. I ironically really like that guy, even though it's kind of his fault.
Yeah. Ho, 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 ho. So that whole the whole story that she was talking about, is that something that's actual like canon in like the books or something? Like the race that she was
Yeah.
talking about?
Well, it's canon to them. Like if they tell it is an actual historical thing, usually anything they talk about in the TV shows is fully canon.
Oh, I just mean
Obviously,
like if it was established before at somewhere else.
not really, but they don't need to establish it elsewhere first. It's just like pieces of the world building, you know.
Uh-huh. It's like when they mention the attack by Grand Moff Tarkin. You said it was mentioned
Yeah.
before in like the novel. I was just wondering if that was like the race that was getting talked about was mentioned before in something else.
No.
Gonna give him the business.
Mm. Oh, this is kind of more brutal. Mm.
Oh.
He just wanted a fucking blaster on him for some stupid fucking reason.
You could have at least had it on stun.
No, because he wanted to kill Imperials and he thought Imperials would come so he could shoot them.
Mm.
Basically, he's a moron.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was a kid. Kid who daydreamed of being a hero. uh,
Oh, this guy.
this is the real one, not the daydreamed.
Yeah, this guy's definitely gonna get killed. Yep.
Ooh, she's. I love she puts him under his own torturing device.
Yeah.
His own torture device.
Oh, at least take the cake.
Oh.
I like that there's no like second thoughts about it. No, she just like puts him in the chair.
Oh, yes. The blaster is out. The
Yep.
fucks are gone. The murder is out. Rebellion is free.
Oh.
Oh, that dude's last moments were traumatizing as fuck.
Yeah. That was such a good end to the episode.
It's such a
Um.
good end to that like arc because that's episode
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the second arc of Andor. We're not going to be watching the third. This set up all of that, everything that's about to happen. All the darkest shit is about to happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the last arc was about setting up the fact that Andor was now fully part of the rebellion, the fact that the rebellion was still pretty scattered and fighting itself because none of the like little cells trusted each other yet,
Mm-hmm.
and we're still learning how to trust each other. So it's setting up that like the beginnings of the rebellion, how it's starting in little cells that are all like mostly disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing that follows that, what's coming after that, is where it starts. Gorman, it's setting up the big disaster, the one of the first rallying points of the rebellion. One of the first things that a lot of rebels could look back at and go, here's the first domino to fall.
Gorman was the powder keg, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was the first one. It was
The inciting
the start
incident.
of everything. Yeah. Although the true one is definitely going to be Alderaan. That's the
Yeah.
biggest one. Because I mean, that's a whole fucking planet that's gone, just poof,
Yeah.
turned to dust.
But that comes, doesn't that come after? Because they're still working on the Death Star at this time, right?
Yeah. But remember, it's setting up. So it doesn't. This is 3 years before the Death Star and before Alderaan.
Yeah.
It's really not that long. The Death Star is almost finished. They basically just need to add the laser and it's done. They need the stuff they're getting from Gorman is just they're getting a specific mineral that they use almost exclusively just to coat parts of the blast of the laser, the big planet-ending laser.
Mm-hmm.
That is all they need it for. Is like a coating thing. They need a insane amount of it, but like that's why they're doing this. It's all just for that. So they're getting close to the Death Star. It's looming. Like the main station is built. You could go in this. You could go sitting on it.
Yeah. I absolutely cannot wait until next week to see what happens on Gorman, because I'm sure it's going to be a complete shit show. It's like they keep on referencing the massacre that happened by Moff Tarkin, and I'm guessing that's something, if not worse, or if not worse than that, or is on par, that's going to happen. Something like that is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad enough to be another inciting incident for the rebellion to step up their game.
It's gonna be something that they use to recruit. They use to get more members that they start using to get themselves more building.
Yeah, more eyes on their rebellion. Whew. Really, really good ending. I feel like what happened with the torturer dude would have hit harder for me if I maybe had watched the first season, second season back to back. But the fact
it hits pretty hard because you keep seeing her have nightmares about this dude.
Yeah.
So you already know he's someone who's done some fucked up shit.
Because I'm sure like the scene that happens in the first season that has him torturing her is like really graphic and really unsettling. Like if that was like fresh if it was fresh in my mind, if it was fresh in my mind, then I'd feel a lot more vindicated. I still do feel vindicated, but not as much as I would have if I'd seen them back to back.
Guess.
If that makes sense.
No, it does, but I'm also like, I felt pretty fucking vindicated.
Mm-hmm.
But I have like a long memory for assholes.
Yeah.
Die.
That was a really good one. That was a really good set of episodes.
No, it was a good. No, it gets even. I would argue it gets even better with stuff still to come.
Yeah.
But you'll see.
And you guys will see. And you guys will see and hear when that
You'll
happens.
hear our reactions to it.
When that happens next week. That's gonna be a really, really fun time. But yeah,
tomorrow,
guys. What's up?
tomorrow I'm gonna take some time to torture Chris with some old ass Doctor Who. Which that one, for those in our Discord, in the Discord server, I might actually invite some of you guys to join us and watch alongside us. Admittedly, you guys will be muted. I apologize for that in advance. You'll be able to watch, but we're not going to be like, you guys can talk. You'll just be able to watch with us on the
Yeah.
Discord. You won't be able to speak, though. I'm going to be muting anyone joining, just being like, yeah, no, you can watch with us, but you can't say shit. I'm sorry. That's because it's our podcast, but it's so everyone can like watch along.
Yeah.
We'll be watching some of the Seventh Doctor, who is one of my favorites, but this is me showing Chris the stuff that made me unable to watch Star Trek. And I mean, maybe it's also partially because maybe I can't get to Star Trek because I'm way more, what's the word for it? Cynical.
Yeah.
And then Star Trek has this very optimistic view.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste, I'd say. But thank you guys for hanging out and watching this with us. It was really really fun. We will see you guys tomorrow, with the Doctor Who, and if you don't want to tune into that, we will see you guys next week for episode 7, 8, and 9 of Andor.
And it's gonna be mind-blowingly good.
Yeah, very very good. Andor so far has been like out of the park, really really good. But until then, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. For me, I'm gonna go live with some Halo 3 ODST in like an hour. But if you are you gonna
I'm gonna
be
I'm
doing
gonna
anything?
vanish off to bed. I will only be streaming again like tomorrow during the day. And yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow during the day. I'll probably be joined by Saber. We'll be playing Battlefront 2 because we're trying to get we're on that train of building it back up and getting it back into everybody's good graces, because quite frankly Battlefront 2 should never have faded as hard as it did. It is having a massive resurgence, and I am working my ass off to build it up again because I fucking love that game and it deserves to be so much better.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll see you guys like tomorrow on my Twitch channel.
Yep.
This is Skulker97.
And I'll see you guys in an hour or so at Crystal Wiz TV. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a good one. Bye, guys.